Mobility of the factors of the production. As we already have detailed discussions about the factors of productions, and the factors of productions were land, labor, capital and enterprise. So today we have to discuss either all these factor of productions immobile by nature, or we can mobilize them, and we can change them from their locations. So mobility is something which simply means that the things, the factors that can change their location is known as mobility. So we have to discuss in our today lectures that either these resources are immobile or the mobile. So in today, in this modern industrial economies which are very much dynamic, this means that in today's world where everything is on the stage of change, everything that require continual state of change, in these circumstances, in these situations, we need those factors which can easily be mobilized, which can change their location, which can change their position from one place to another. Changing consumer demands and changing production methods means that some industries will grow, for example electronics, finance, while others are declining. For example, coal, shipbuilding. In such a world, there is a need for resource to be mobile, to be able to change their location or their use. Resources which cannot change their location, or which cannot move from one place to another, have a risk of becoming some kind of unemployed, if I talk about the labor from the labor's perspective. So factor or the resources mobility is the speed and ease with which a resource can move from one place to another place, like I'm talking about the geographical mobility, or can change use, like occupational mobility. So we will discuss one by one either all or these factors of productions are immobile or mobilized by their nature. If I talk about the land, it's something, keep that in mind, one thing, that land is not all about physical land, but it's all about all the natural resources. For example, their weather, their air, their water, all the natural things on the land is known, or we consider them as a part of the land. So we are in economic subjects, we consider all these stuff like a land, like a weather, and the water, everything like a gas, coil, all this stuff, we consider them in the economics as a land. So lands of course tend to be geographically and the naturally are immobile. For example, if you have a if you are sitting in Pakistan, you are facing and you have a specific kind of a weather. You can't get this weather across the border or in other foreign country. Like if whatever you are producing right now in Pakistan, if I talk about mango, the mango, the production of the mango in Pakistan have a different kind of a taste, because it produce in a different or in a specific kind of a weather. If you can't expect that you will get same taste of a mango in any other country. You can't get same taste because there are some factors which are naturally immobile, as we are talking about weather or the land. So land is something which naturally immobile. It is mineral wealth, and the crops it produce are commonly transported from one area to another, but great majority of the land is used where it is. For the reason attention is focused not so much on where it might be used as on how. So this is something that you can't mobilize from one place to another. The next factor of production we have is the labor. Labor is something which of course can be and have a ability to change its location. We are talking about physical and the mental efforts of a person. We consider them as a part of the labor. So if we are talking about, if we talk about mental efforts, or if we talk about some kind of a physical effort, all this stuff has the ability to change its location from one place to another. So many factors influence the pupil mobility. Sometimes people don't have much opportunities to work in a specific place. They try their best to move from one place to another because they have an opportunity to work, they have an opportunity to work on any other states. So that's why the labor that could include some kind of a physical or some kind of a mental efforts, all these kind of a labors have an ability to move from one place to another. So we consider them that they are naturally mobilized, or they are something that that can be mobile, that can change their locations. So willingness to move elsewhere is determined largely by age and by family and the cultural ties. Willingness and ability to do another type of a job is closely linked to the age, education and the trainings. Of course we have two types of labors, as we already have a detailed discussions in our previous lectures. Labor is consist of two different types. Like first one, we have a physical labor, who do some physical jobs, and the other ones are those who give their mental efforts, like or if you are making organization strategies, if you are a teacher, if you are an engineer, if you are a doctor, you mostly utilize your mind, you mostly focused or use your sense as compared to your physical efforts. So the third mobility of resources are capital. So capital is of course varying degrees of the mobility. Capital is something which are the man-made, which used to produce the further products. So all these things that you are producing anywhere, somewhere, you can use them and to make a new products on any other locations. So some capital is highly specialized. As a result, it is difficult to adopt, or it is to you can, so to use the other products. So power station, for example, and the swimming pools are the examples, as also are screwdrivers and staplers. So geographically, mobility of the capital is determined largely by its size and weight. Money capital is much more mobilized. It can be moved about the world quickly and cheaply by electronic means. So doesn't matter where the things are producing, you can move them from one place to another, and these things which help them to move or to produce another products. And the last things which we don't have over there is the enterprise. So enterprise tend to be again mobilized. You can mobilize them if you have something, have a natural resources, you will utilize them and take a risk. Why you are taking a risk? You are taking a risk in the order to make a new product. And why you are making a new product? The ultimate reason is to get more profit. So whatever what kind of production factors of the production you have, you can utilize them while making a new product. So enterprise itself have a ability to move from one locations to another. So this is all about mobility of the factors. The next topic we have is quantity and the quality of the factors of the production. So we have to discuss one by one what are the factors and what could be the reason that that comprehend, that can extend the quality and the quantity of the all these factors of the production. The first, we have the quality of the enterprise. How we can increase the quality in the enterprise? The quality of the enterprise can be improved if entrepreneurs receives better education, better trainings, better healthcare, and gain more experience. If they have a proper chances, if they have a proper opportunities, if the government who is working over there encourage those ideas, those people who are entrepreneur by nature, then we can see a proper quality of the entrepreneurs in a different countries. If we talk about the quantity of the enterprise, the quantity of the enterprise will increase if there are more entrepreneurs. And why? How we can increase them when they will get a chance? when they will get a proper opportunity, they will produce something new. And what happened next? Once they produce new and the government will encourage them on a country level, the next entrepreneurs who are everywhere, they will encourage, and government will encourage them, to produce something new. Once they will see that same kind of entrepreneurs who is now on a best place because of their unique ideas, everyone in the countries will encourage, government will encourage them, they will be motivated, they will at least in a position to pump themselves, ignite themselves, motivate themselves. Through them, they will be in a positions to produce new things. And when everyone get this opportunity, everyone will get this kind of a sense, then of course there will be more entrepreneurs. A good education system, including the university's degrees, course in the economics or in the business studies, may help to develop at least the entrepreneur in the economy. And all these education sectors can at least give a sense of some kind of entrepreneurship to the students. If we talk about the quantity of the labor, the quantity of the labor is influenced by two key factors. Number one, the number of the workers available, and second is the number of hours for which they work. Keep that in mind. We are talking about two factors. The one is the number of workers available, how many workers are available for work, and the next is the number of hours. We are talking about the number of workers and the working hours. So we are talking about the quantity of labor. So we are considering these 2 points. The number of available workers determined by, first, the size of the population. If you have a greater number of the population, of course there will be more workers available for work. The age structure of the population, in which age we prefer people to go for some kind of work. The next is a retirement. We have to decide, the government over there have to decide the age retirement of the labor. The school leaving age, attitude to working women, all these stuffs we can determine that what is the quantity level of the labor in a different economy. If we talk about the quantity of the labor, there are some points which determine the quantity and the quantity of the labor. The labor force, people in work and those actively seeing work. Productivity, the output per factor of production in an hour. Labor productivity is something output per worker hour. Output, goods and services produced by the factors of the production. The number of the hours which people works is influenced by, among the factors, the length of the average working day, whether they work full or part time, the duration of overtime, the length of holidays taken by workers, the amount of time lost through sickness and illness. All these points which we are discussing determine the quantity of the labor in an economy. So next thing which we have to discuss, the quality of the labor. How we can improve the quality of labor? Of course, as we already discussing in the enterprise slides, that we have to improve better education, we have to provide better training, more experience and more healthcare. This is the only way you can produce the quality of the labor in an economy. If we talk about the quality of the capital, so quality of the capital is something which is very much related to the technology that enables the capital goods to produce a higher output and a better quality output. Once you are making a quality product, if you are using such a product in the order to produce new product, if it has a quality, whatever you are producing next, of course, will contain a proper quality. If we talk about the quantity of the capital, the quantity of the capital is influenced by investment, and tend to increase with time. Investment, spending on capital goods, gross investment, total spending on capital goods, depreciation, the value of the capital goods that have worn out or become obsolete. Net investment, gross investment minus depreciation. Negative net investment, a reduction in the number of the capital goods caused by some obsolete and worn out the capital goods not being replaced. So all these points represent the quantity of the capital, how much capital you have in hand in the economy. If you have a proper capital, if you have in hand a proper capital, you will produce more productions, you will produce more goods. If you are producing more goods, that means the demand in the economy is very much fine. If you have a demand which is very much fine, it will further help the economy to produce more employment factors or to produce more employment opportunities. The last factor of production, which is land. If we talk about the quantity of the land, this is something we cannot change. You can't increase the quantity of the land. Doesn't matter what kind of a weather you have, you can't bring change in your weather. This is something which is apart from human strategies. Yes, of course, but we can increase the quality of the land. There are a number of reasons why the quality of natural resources may increase. The main proper thing is to fertilize. Fertilizer can be applied to the fields to increase the fertility of the land. This is something that increases the quantity and the quality of the factors of the productions.